Hi, I'm Pooja Bhargava. I'm a nutritionist in this field now since the last 9.5 years. Rather than talking about what are the common problems they go through, I would only talk about one psychological problem that we women are going through, including me myself. The extreme approach to follow everything. Someone's diet worked for XYZ. My friend lost weight by having 3 heapful teaspoons of coconut oil in the morning, so I must follow that. But hello, my cholesterol levels are high, my hormones are not balanced, or I feel very acidic early in the morning. Then of course that's not for you. But she lost weight with that, and hence I must follow it. On the other hand, I've also seen women who seem to not take care of themselves at all, for whom, of course, their family comes first. Yes, we women are the family nurturers. We are the ones who actually nurture the entire family and hold our fortress. But at the same time, we must not forget that only if we take care of ourselves will we be able to take care of others, and more lovingly. So there are extreme approaches. Either we are too obsessed with health, or we are just not bothered, because for us, everyone else comes first. There needs to be a balance everywhere. And this is where I would say women are facing problems. A lot of stories. One such story is of this person who came to me with 137 kilos of weight, was just advised to go for a bariatric because he couldn't move. His blood pressure was very high. He was highly diabetic, and cholesterol levels, of course, were very high. Couldn't even walk for more than 10 minutes. And he was a CEO of a very, very popular bank. But he had no energy now to go through. There were times that he would bunk his work and sit at home and work because he would feel breathless very fast. When he came to me, the first thing that he said was, I hope you're not going to make me starve. I hope you're going to give me food to eat because I'm already feeling so weak. And hence, we started his diet on a note that, of course, you need to eat more to actually lose that weight. One doesn't need to starve. One needs to eat the right food at the right time, so that digestion itself becomes your calorie burning process. Hence, we started the diet, and when we started the diet, of course, there were a lot of hiccups and a lot of speed breakers. The CEO of a firm, of course, is required to be in meetings for 7, 8 hours continuously. How would he then get up every 2 hours, as I would expect him to do that, to get up every 2 hours and eat something? We came up with very small solutions for this. The first thing that we changed was we actually started keeping a fistful of chana, some Mari biscuits, one khakra, or some buttermilk on the table during the meeting for everyone. There was time when everybody laughed at him and he heard a lot of comments, but at the same time, when he saw his weight dropping down, he is today 86 kilos and he still comes to me. And the most wonderful part of this was how he followed it to the T. And there were times when he would travel a lot. He would be in Europe one day and the next day would travel to US. So there were a lot of time zones that he had to travel through. But yet that determination to stick to this diet, the determination to follow everything that I told him was remarkable. There were times when he would call me at 11 in the night and say, I'm sorry, I'm going to cheat today. And I would allow him to cheat. But we would, of course, calculate everything, see how his day has been, and then, of course, let him have a great workout the next day with the right diet to be followed the next day to cover up for the cheat meal. That definitely does not mean that we do too many cheat meals. It's once in a while. Because once you're on your mission, you need to complete that mission. So he followed everything. Now, 3/4 of that firm comes to me for their diet change. And the best part is that in every meeting, they have a ring system where one of the members will look at the time at least and ring the bell. It's 2 hours, we need to eat. And for 5 minutes, everybody takes a break, eats some small bite, and they get back to their meetings. So that, I think, is the most wonderful change I feel that I managed creating in a firm. I really love it that you are promoting women empowerment, and I really like that you're inspiring other women to come out, pursue their dreams, and think that they are not alone in this. Vision is very important. Today, whatever I am is only thanks to my vision, because I somehow did not stop to believe that one day I will do something related to medicine. I may not be the best nutritionist in town or in India, or I may not be someone who has too many degrees in nutrition, but at the same time, I'm very happy that whatever difference I make in people's life is the difference that will make my mother happy. That's the most important thing. You are not alone as long as you think not. You will find someone to support you through your dreams, to support you in all your struggles, as long as you believe in yourself. Put it out in the universe, and the universe is there to help you.